we've been waiting to talk to. Is it Kira?
Yeah.
Hi, Kira. You're on the radio right now on KDWB. So tell me, you just got a job working at an upscale restaurant, right?
Yeah. So I was hosting at Crave before,
Yeah.
and I got this job in the Twin Cities. I won't say the name of it, but it's pretty bougie, you know.
You told me off the air it is bougie.
It's a bougie place.
But it's like one everybody knows. It's like, oh, that's a really cool restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
But you discovered something a couple of hours into your first shift. What did you discover?
So my manager told me to always seat the unattractive people in the back away from the rest of the people.
Oh,
That's
wow.
the first thing.
Okay.
Yeah. And if they come in with a reservation, like I have to decide how attractive they are.
Okay.
And then I either put them near the front, like if they're hot, or towards the back, you know, if they're not.
How do you feel about that? Is that kind of annoying? Because there is absolutely a pretty privilege, but there's also the thing when you walk into a restaurant, I guess it's good branding to be like, look at all these gorgeous people.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm sitting in the back feeling the breeze from the blow dryer in the bathroom because my table is so bad. But then were you talking about another rule? Did you have another rule that the manager also gave you?
Yeah. So if you're coming into our restaurant with a baby and you don't have a reservation, I'm supposed to double the wait time because we want you to leave.
I like that strategy. Honestly, that's good business. It's good business.
You think?
What do you mean?
It
I'm
seems
sorry. It's
unfair.
good. I don't care if it's unfair. It's good business. Go somewhere else. I don't want your squawking toddler in my restaurant.
Oh
This is
my
a high-end
gosh.
restaurant. Think about that. If you're spending $125 on your sirloin and your au gratin potatoes and you get a screaming brat next to you, I don't want that experience. So I think that's brilliant. You guys just don't like it because it sounds unfair. Guess what? Life isn't fair.
Great.
Well, I
Thanks
just feel
for
like
that.
it's unnecessary. I also am like, what year are we living in? Like when I walk into a restaurant, Mama's looking at the table she's getting and immediately at the menu and ready to order. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm not looking at everyone else around.
I
That's
disagree,
not exactly
Jenny.
very enjoyable.
I disagree, Jenny.
Why?
'Cause I feel like when you go into a restaurant, you don't look at the people, but you look at the atmosphere.
Mhm.
And if there are people that look, let's just say not all that kept up with, they don't look as bougie as the other people around, or as bougie as you, you're going to be like, I don't know if I want to come back here. So I kind of
See,
get it.
not me. I feel you, Jenny. I'm literally like, oh, hi, hostess. Yes, bring me to my table. I want to eat food. I don't think like, wow, the people in here are fugly.
But you notice.
Mhm,
It's kind of
yes.
like when you
I
pull
don't.
into I think you might, and you don't notice, when you pull into a parking lot. Let's do this one. When you go to a hotel and you or Vegas, you go up to a hotel casino, all the cars in valet parking are gorgeous, beautiful cars. They ain't parking my car up front. My
Yeah.
car is too old and it's dirty. So we got somebody on the phone, Kira, somebody texted in. They said, please tell me this restaurant. I need this today. Somebody, how do you, I know you can't.
No, yeah, tell me.
So you have to play God and decide who's ugly and who's, do you have trouble? Do you struggling with well, they're kind of moderate looking. I'll sit them in the middle. What do you do?
I hate it. I do it because it's my job, but I just, I definitely feel weird about it. And they also only hire, attractive hostesses. Which
Well, that's a given. Yeah, every upscale restaurant's
Yeah.
got gorgeous men and women working at the front counter.
Yeah, I went
it
to.
works out in my favor, but
Yeah, good for you.
I don't like it. I don't know. I wonder if this happens at other restaurants.
Well, let us know. That's a good question. If you work at a restaurant and you're told sit the ugly people in the back and sit the pretty people up in the front, I'm not surprised. I'd never heard of the strategy of telling people that bring in a toddler that it's an hour-long wait when it's actually 30 minutes. So they'll go, it's too long, and then they leave because you don't want a screaming toddler. That's brilliant business. I'm all for it. Take your toddler over to Applebee's. That way they can throw crackers all over the floor and scream their lungs out. I don't care.
I mean, I get it. Keeping the clientele up, because I will say one time I did a girls trip to Malibu. We went to Nobu, and Nobu is one of those bougie ass restaurants.
That is, that's
And
where celebrities go, right?
We went there for dinner one night. We were very respectful that evening, but then we went back a couple nights later after having been at a winery and having way too much wine and sat in the bar area. they wanted nothing to do with us because we were like a little intoxicated and we weren't like keeping up with the looks of the clientele. The game was there. The rapper was there that evening.
That's cool.
And so I can say that like they do have different expectations at high-end restaurants, and those hostesses treated us like we were nobody. Like they didn't want to look at us, and I was like, okay, whatever.
We got the same thing. We were in, I don't know, somewhere Carson was taking us to the fancy hot spots in West Hollywood, and we walked by one of the, I don't know, where they film a reality show. I don't know. Susan was all over like, oh, there's the entrance. Oh, my God. Get a picture of me. And I'm like, I don't know anything about this. But we walked in, and they wouldn't even look at us. The staff would not. We sat at a table, and they never came over to.
Because you were wearing like cargo shorts and your New Balance. That's why.
I probably was. Where somebody says this is an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm where they have ugly and pretty sections.
Oh,
that's why I wonder if it's a thing or not.
Yeah.
Let us know. And if you want to guess the restaurant, I know the restaurant that Kira works at.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say it on the radio, but if you guess it correctly, I will tell you what it is. So guess
Somebody
the
else
restaurant.
texted in, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I would absolutely go opposite of standards. And I feel the same way. Like, gosh, I think like uptown people look really cool. So I'd be like, these are attractive people.
Are you calling uptown people ugly then?
No, they're just weird looking people. I can say that. I live here.
Not ugly though. Are they
Yeah,
ugly?
they're not ugly. They're just not like, Love is Blind, gorgeous people,
Okay.
And that's what I'm saying. You notice. It'd be kind of funny if Kira sat a family or like a couple, and then her boss came and was like, no, they deserve to be in the back, and then moved. Like,
Moved them.
He was like, hey, we got to move you back here.
Hey, Kara, thanks for your phone call. That was fun. I think you've riled a lot of people up, but thank you.
Someone,
Of course.
Have a good day.
Someone texted in and said, yeah, I used to work at Nobu, and they have the same rule to base people off of attractiveness on where we seat them.
Dang.
That's what I'm telling you. There
Really?
definitely was a vibe there when I went there.
I've never heard of it. Now I'm going to be self-conscious every time I go eat anywhere, even if it's at Applebee's.
They're at Applebee's. They sit you back by the ladies' room.
Oh.
Listen, I can speak for Bubba Gumps and Stray Dog in Northeast, and they do not base anything off of your looks. They want to simply serve you and give you
But
good
what
food.
if you're so unattractive that you go into
No.
Bubba Gumps and they go, oh, God, the pig
No.
family is here.
Not the pig family.
Oh, my God. Can you imagine?
Oink, oink.
The only thing we care about as servers, in my experience, is that we're treated with respect. We don't care what you look like. Just treat everyone with respect.
That's why you never got to work at a good restaurant.
Of
You worked at a
course.
chain restaurant.
I know.
People are guessing different restaurants. I'm not going to say any of them because the only thing that people will hear, Dave said, oh, it was this one. So I'm not going to say any on the air, but I will text you back if you get it right. So far, nobody has got it right.
Somebody texted and said, what does it rhyme with?
I can't say.
Rhymes with Crapplebees.
Let us know, though, if you work at a restaurant and that's a thing where you seat the ugly people in the back and the attractive people. And I think it's really also brilliant that they tell people with kids, like toddlers, no, you got an hour and a half wait. Really? There's a table right over there. Yeah, sorry, it's an hour and a half wait. But
Why is that smart?
Because you don't want to sit next to a toddler if you're having $120 a plate dinner.
But that's more money in your pocket, in the business's pocket.
Somebody
But
else
more
waiting
people.
right behind you. There's somebody else waiting right behind you. I don't need your business.
No, I
Take your
disagree.
toddler somewhere else. Take them to McDonald's. Take it to Play Place.
Oh, I love McDonald's, though.
You go on the slides over there.
Ooh, and their Shamrock Shakes. And
Yes,
fries.
baby.
See what I'm saying?
Shamrock Shakes, golden.
They don't have those at Nobu.
No.
Jenny.